This is William's story, but it's not just William's story, it's actually the story of all the men. All the men that went over there thinking it was going to be a short war, or thinking they were going to come back.
These men made an absolutely huge sacrifice for their country, and I think that still is extremely relevant today.
The chapter isn't finished yet, and something that's like 100 years ago, and I can't imagine how hard it must have been at the period and being a direct family member. So Private Champ was my great uncle on my great grandmother's side. He served from 1914 to 1915 when he was killed in action. They never found Private Champ's body, and so I guess his mother, like a lot of family members as well, sent a letter to the Imperial War Grave Commission. In further reply to your letter of 1st December last, I regret to state that the grave of Private W.G. Champ has not yet been located, and that all inquiries have so far proved unsuccessful. And well, usually if they don't identify the bodies, it's either because there are no identity tags on, or unfortunately because they're beyond recognition as well.
William Horne was born in 1886 in Gloucester. He is my great-grandfather. On the night of the 19th of May 1918, the Germans bombed the camp, and because of that he died of the wounds the next day on the 20th of May. I haven't got as much information as I would like, but maybe it's a start and it's a journey I can continue for the rest of my life.
Honiton Road, Southend, has received a communication that her husband, Sergeant Herbert Guyver of the 2nd Essex Regiment, was killed in action on February 17th. No official notification has yet been given. In February of 1916, 17th of February, he was on the front line in a trench and a shell exploded and killed him instantly. Yeah, for me it's been absolutely fascinating to research Herbert's life. I think he paid the ultimate price and was involved in some really historic events. Herbert was only a couple of years younger than me when he was killed, so I think just by an accident at the time of your birth you could be asked to do, or could have been asked to do, the very same thing.
I am writing to you, Kishen Day. Everything is fine here. Wishing and hoping that you are well too. By reading your letter, it has brought us peace.
The card was written by Kishen Day to her father, Sepoy Seva Singh, who was part of the 23rd Sikh Regiment. It was written by his daughter, who'd learnt to read and write, especially so she can read his letters. But we do know that Sepoy Seva Singh won a gallantry medal for Egypt, and he was promoted to a Havildar, which is a sergeant.
That's me with my granddad. That's also me with my granddad. And that's Granddad, probably in his 80s, but he still quite likes climbing trees. He joined the Special Reserve in 1912, aged 19, eventually being transferred to the 2nd Battalion Northumberland Fusiliers and sent to France when war broke out. He rarely talked about the war, especially to his 2 daughters. When I asked him about the scar on the top of his head, a bullet had skimmed across his head, knocking his helmet off. He would say that he had been hit on the head with a balloon. When I heard of barrage balloons being connected to the war, my childish mind assumed that one of these was the cause. Granddad passed away in 1975, aged 82. I am sorry that I did not know of his past when he was alive.